Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing today, man? It's Arena, back new video, you know what I mean? Now, Young Thug, Jeffrey, Slime. He goes by Spider now. A lot of things came out with Young Thug, man. He talking shit about the Migos. He's saying the Migos ain't make no money on. They in red. He's saying Gorilla ugly as fuck. He's saying Kendrick Lamar ain't putting nobody on. He's saying Lil Durk. This nigga be talking shit about everybody, nigga. So, we finna react to this video right here, gang. For me, King Simon, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
So Young Thug had a problem. While he was in
Young Thug got more than a problem.
jail awaiting his RICO charge, he made a couple phone calls. Now these phone calls...
Wait, you know what's crazy? Okay, I know I'm yapping, but I thought those phone calls weren't like public record, you feel me? Because I thought that like phone calls, like I know like the feds could listen to them, but I thought like you have privacy, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know, like, they could actually leak it. So, it's crazy that all this shit is just now coming out. Like, who's leaking these phone calls, my nigga? That's crazy. Man, if I go to jail, I ain't saying nothing, nigga. Literally. Like, I imagine you getting shit talked and you find that out on Instagram or IG. Shit wild, gang.
have been leaked. That's his problem. Because in these phone calls, he's talking to a lot of people about a lot of things. And he believes that they're private phone calls. So
I just said that, nigga. I thought they was private too.
he's sharing his private conversations. And think about yourself. Think about private conversations you've had in the past when you're talking to somebody really, really close to you. Some of that audio you don't want leaked out. Well, a Young Thug,
I don't know, but I'm not the type of person to talk shit about people. Like, real shit, I don't talk bad about people. Like, I may say something that's going on or explain it, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, this dumbass. Like, I've never been the type to talk bad about your back, like dead ass. So I'm a good friend, for real.
Thug's case, he's talking about some very sensitive information, like he got no care in the world. Now, to go a little deeper, there's actually two aspects to Young Thug's problem. Listen to this next part closely. There are the jail leaks that we just talked about. And there's another leak. Now, why I call this two separate incidents is because they happen at separate times, okay? All the jail calls that were leaked happened when he was facing his RICO charge, okay? The other leak where he's talking to police happened way before he was arrested for a RICO charge. That's important. Now, during the jail calls, he just a little gossipy. Remember, he talking to his friends, his homies. He really think, you know, hey, this ain't gonna get it.
What wasn't Young Thug in jail for like maybe like 3 years though? Like he was in that motherfucker for years, so it's kind of like what do you gotta do when you in jail with a bunch of niggas? Of course you're gonna like gossip a little bit, not gossip, but you gonna talk. Like you gonna talk. You feel me?
Now, so he basically saying stuff like Gucci Mane, maybe he's soft. He's saying now keep
nigga Gucci Mane Gucci Mane reinvented himself, and that's what I respect because he literally got out of jail. Literally, like, he had the perfect ending. Like, he literally got out of jail, got with his woman, got richer, looked way more healthy, and stayed out the way. That's the best thing you can do.
Keep in mind, a lot of this stuff is clip. And why I say that is because specifically for the Gucci Mane example, I'm telling you, the clip going around is Young Thug calls Gucci Mane soft. But honestly, there's a little more to it than that. Young Thug is more or less saying Gucci Mane was mad at somebody, Gucci Mane went to jail, Gucci Mane got out of jail, and he stopped being mad at that person. Gucci Mane is soft for not being mad at that person anymore. Maybe he went to jail and turned soft. Now, I bring that up not to defend Young Thug because he called him soft still, but I want you to understand that there's still more context to this stuff. It's not, he's just not straight up just coming out talking smack about people. You know what I'm saying? All that to say, most of Young Thug's jail calls are surrounding that. It's just, you know, he's been a little messy. Nothing too crazy. Now, there's one call in particular that gives a little insight into Atlanta as a whole. Young Thug is speaking to his close friend 21 Savage. Young Thug is speaking about what Gunna did during the RICO trial. If you don't know,
hey, quick question: do y'all think Gunna snitched? I'm gonna keep it a beam. In my eyes, granted, I'm a civilian. I'm not a street nigga. Okay, I didn't think Gunna snitched because for the simple fact that he didn't incriminate anybody in the gang. All he said was YSL was a gang, which you're gonna have to say if you're gonna take a plea. But I don't think Gunna snitched.
what a RICO trial is basically they gather up members of a group and they categorize the whole group as a criminal organization. Okay. Okay, so they pull in Gunna, they pull in Young Thug, they pull in a bunch of people. They want to label them as a criminal organization. To label them as a criminal organization, you have to have people in that organization say this is a criminal organization. Now, usually in RICO trial, police and the feds, they're just going for the person at the top. This was created for the mafia, so they can go for the mafia boss instead of like the lower level folks. In this case, it was Young Thug. So they gathered up Gunna and a bunch of people from YSL and said, look, all you need to tell us is YSL, Young Thug's record label, is a criminal organization. All of y'all walk away. Now, if every single person in YSL said this is not a criminal organization, everyone walks away. But that's not realistic, right? So the lawyers are scrambling together and saying, boy, if you don't say it's a criminal organization. Gunna said, it's a criminal organization. Gunna and
They said, hold on, nigga, amen for themselves.
multiple people in YSL said it is a criminal organization. So Young Thug's case was kicked off. So Young Thug in jail after this happens. He's talking to 21 Savage and he's saying he cannot believe Gunna did that.
I kind of see why he was a little upset by it. You feel me? Like, damn, your own brother kind of just like, he didn't snitch, but he kind of just like tapped out. I'm going to say he tapped out. But
he's very upset. 21 Savage telling him, well, I don't think Gunna did it to hurt you. It just made sense for Gunna to do that. Young Thug says he doesn't care.
I think it made sense for that.
Broke his heart.
It was the business decision, gang.
21 Savage brings up a very good point. He says, well, didn't you tell your brother to do the same thing as Gunna? To say YSL is a criminal organization so we can get 0 years? Young Thug denies this, but Young Thug actually did tell his brother to do that.
So we don't know. I think that Young Thug didn't know, but once he found out, he was like, you know what, that's my brother, I'm gonna cover for him, you feel me? Because Young Thug isn't gonna go publicly go against his own brother, you feel me? So just more just like, I ain't tell him to say it, but because he's my bro, I'm gonna tell him that I'm gonna tell the world that I did say that so he can cover him.
Seems that Young Thug saw the reasoning as to why somebody would say it's a criminal organization, but he just felt hurt hearing Gunna say it. He expected more loyalty from Gunna. Now, I say this because remember in the beginning,
Nigga, well, where's the audio call, nigga? I'm trying to hear him talk shit.
in this video, we said Young Thug basically has two problems. His jail calls were leaked, and an earlier recording of him talking to police were leaked. Well, people are basically saying, look, you're upset at Gunna for talking to police. Everybody was calling him a snitch. Young Thug, you calling him a snitch. But you was talking to police too. What's going
See y'all niggas be?
on? Now, let's figure out what's going on together, because here's where things start to get wicked. Now, first things first, Young Thug's conversation with police is way before this RICO situation. This conversation is taking place because Lil Wayne's tour bus had just recently been shot up by a man named Pee Wee Roscoe. Basically, police were trying to connect some dots, okay? So they bring in Young Thug and they tell him,
Cheese ass ball.
Young Thug, Tugga, as some may refer you as, you don't need to talk to us. They stress to Tugga that he does not need to speak to them. They stress this because they don't want all this information they have to be locked down later by a lawyer saying Young Thug didn't have his lawyer present, all that. So they tell him,
oh, they want to play it safe, like, hey, you don't even want to talk to us because I feel it, because they saying like, yeah, I know what I mean. Basically, they're saying like, hey, like, this might get thrown out because we didn't read your rights or you feel pressure to talk.
You don't have to speak to us. Young Thug says, they say, you really don't have to speak to us.
You know what, when police say, hey, nigga, you know you don't gotta talk to us, bro. You know you don't gotta talk to us. Young Thug like, I think I still want to talk. How you willingly volunteering to the police, gang? It'd be different if 12 was like, nigga, you gotta speak to us right now, nigga, you arrested. They pressure you. That's a little different. But if 12 say, hey, you don't gotta talk to us, by the way, and Young Thug like, no, I still want to talk. It's like a snitch to me.
They say it like 5 times, I'm telling you.
They tell that boy, hey, brother, you know you don't gotta talk to us, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just say you don't know nothing.
Young Thug says, no, I want to.
That nigga wants to. Oh, Lee.
And this is when people say, oh, there you go, Young Thug. You could have just got your lawyer. You could have just...
Should have kept it solid, nigga. Should they say nothing, nigga? Should have kept it to the streets, nigga. You should have. What's the street rules for police talking, nigga? Don't say nothing, nigga. Say, let me call my lawyer, nigga. I don't even got a lawyer yet. I know that, nigga.
Walked out, which Young Thug absolutely should have done, because side note, police brought him in because his name, Young Thug's name, was connected to Pee Wee Roscoe, Lil Wayne, to the whole shooting situation. They already booked Pee Wee Roscoe. They already had evidence against Pee Wee Roscoe. They just wanted to see if they can get Young Thug too. The police kicked things off by being real cool, you know? Officer goes, man, I listen to your music. Thug goes, really? He says, yeah, man, you want some food? You hungry? Thug goes, yeah, I can use some food.
You little nigga, you little cheese ass, right ass nigga. Bro, if police offer you food, nigga, they try, it's like you a female. What's up? You want some food? Nigga, you 12. Why are you trying to feed me, nigga? Hell no.
Get my boy some food. That's Thugger.
Say, yo, that's Thugger.
Nah, but seriously though, you know Pee Wee Roscoe? Thug goes, I mean, they said, write that down. Thug said,
it's like, hey, see how they play it cool? Hey, by the way, bro, you know about it? Cause you know you little. Oh yeah, I do know. Write that down.
Officer said, no, don't worry about that. That's just a formality. And therein lies
I'm gonna stop.
the issue. You see, the problem with Young Thug speaking to police and people speaking to police without lawyers present is because
everything can and will be used in the court of law.
You don't know what the police are looking for.
Facts, nigga.
At this point,
nigga, I'm not against talking to 12 because I'm a civilian, you feel me? Even though I don't like talking to 12. Not because I'm against 12, but just because they so limited in their power. Like, I feel like regular, like, victims, like civilians that get hurt by street niggas, if you go to 12, they're not gonna do nothing. Unless, like, you get murdered or it's, like, obvious. Them niggas don't do nothing because they gotta do an investigation. They gotta follow the rules. By the time all that shit happens, them niggas is gone. So it's like, The police seem to be looking for a general framework as to what they wanted to work with of the goings on in Atlanta, in a sense. They basically wanted to scoop, nigga. They wanted to scoop of Atlanta.
Build a sort of a file. It's hard to know why police are asking certain questions. For example, at one point, Young Thug seems to be trying to help Pee Wee Roscoe. He says, I thought Pee Wee Roscoe and Lil Wayne were close friends. And then I hear they are saying Pee Wee Roscoe had shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus. I was shocked. Young Thug is saying that. He thought,
I don't know about that, you know.
Thought they were friends. Fast forward to today's time, to recent times, Pee Wee Roscoe comes out with a video saying, in his opinion, Young Thug was trying to help him by throwing the police off, by saying Pee Wee Roscoe and Lil Wayne were friends. Everybody.
Oh, you try to do a little oopsie daisy, like, oh, bro, you just trying to throw him off. But why are you talking to begin with, nigga? Trying to throw him off, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Everybody cool.
Cause if it, nah, okay, bro.
Let's go back to the tape again.
Cause if that's the case, then Woody helped out Young Thug because even though he talked to police, he basically threw him off. Was like, yeah, nigga, you niggas maybe say that shit. Cause see, that's what he's saying. Like, bro, this whole shit should be done, bro. I'm telling you, niggas.
And the problem is, Young Thug and Pee Wee Roscoe, they're not playing the game that police and lawyers are playing. Police are taking that information and saying, okay, Lil Wayne friends with Pee Wee Roscoe. I don't believe that. Let's throw that away. The police say, okay, so Young Thug, you don't really know Pee Wee Roscoe like that. Young Thug says, that's what I said. I don't. They say, okay, but Pee Wee Roscoe says that you paid him to shoot up Lil Wayne's tour bus. Young Thug says, man, Pee Wee Roscoe ain't said that. They said, oh, I thought you ain't know. Young Thug said, they said,
see how they be catch you in the lies, man. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm the type of nigga, like, I ain't gonna cat. Like, unless you really on game, like, really on point, I feel like I'll be falling victim to, like, getting, like, into, you know what I mean? So, best advice is just shut the fuck up from the beginning, nigga.
Write that down. How can you speak to somebody that you don't know? What's going on? Write that down. Young Thug says, I ain't say that.
Now, I would be like, nigga, I'm a nigga, you know you lying. I don't even been talking to the police, to be honest.
Like, I'm just saying, he wouldn't say that. I just know he wouldn't say that. They said, cool. And that's the information police are looking for. That's why you need a lawyer. They're just fishing for connections. They say, hey, aren't you a part of a gang? Don't you say that in your songs? They know he's gonna say no. He says no. They say, all right, cool. We just thought we'd ask. Birdman, is he part of a gang? Young Thug says no. They said, cool. We just thought we'd ask. Now, all this to say, this is the game that Young Thug and police are playing during this call. At the end of the call, Young Thug says, hey, if y'all want to know any more information, just hit me up. But don't tell people that I spoke to you. And that is very important because it lends credence to the Young Thug snitching allegations. Because
so by telling them, hey, don't let people know I talked to you, you kind of make yourself hot. Like, hey, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'll help him down low.
Whole time he could say, didn't y'all listen to the call? I was trying to throw the police off. I wasn't telling them the truth, which he wasn't. But him telling them, if you need more information, call me now.
Well, I have a question. Is it considered snitching if you use the police against your ops? Like you say, I got a nigga I don't like. 12, you know, he woo. Is that considered snitching, or is that like a psychology game?
You can say another theory. Now you can say Young Thug is thinking, maybe I'll cooperate in the future. Maybe Young Thug having a conversation with police without his lawyer in the first place is to show how quote unquote cooperative he can be. Maybe he's worried about his name being connected to this whole shooting. So he's saying, look, if you get more info, just hit me up first and I'll clear it up for you, which is basically the job of an informant. But I stress that these are just theories. I have no clue as to what was actually going on through Young Thug's head. And he also knows it's absolutely not a good look to be talking to police in the first place. So again, he tells them, look, this conversation stays between us, right? They say, Young Thug, you think we walk around telling people after we broke bread with you, we sat here, we ate with you, we listened to your music, we like this. Fingers crossed. I said, okay, we tight. Y'all not gonna tell the world. They said, fingers crossed, we not gonna tell the world. And well, this videotape recently was released. So let's.
Yo, again, my question is, how does this shit is leaked? I thought this shit was all private.
Let's wrap this up and really dig deep into this situation. Listen to this next part closely. Remember, Young Thug has two problems. His jail calls were released and recordings of him speaking to police were released. During the jail calls, he explains why he was upset at Gunna and why he believes Gunna was a snitch. 21 Savage questions that. 21 Savage tells him he does not believe Gunna did the right thing, but he does not think things were personal. Young Thug says, no, Gunna is a snitch. Turns out Young Thug's brother took the same deal as Gunna. In fact, Young Thug encouraged his brother to take that deal, but Young Thug says his brother is not a snitch. A recording of Young Thug is all.
See, this is why, like, in all serious, like, that's why street politics is so dumb to me. Like, truly, I never seen a group of niggas that's in gangs was like, I want to be in this, because in reality, it's just a bunch of broke niggas trying to politics, bro. That's how I see street nigga shit. Like, it's just a broke niggas trying to politic. Like, y'all ain't doing shit with y'all lives. Y'all trying to kill each other for God knows what. And then when shit, like it'd be different if it was rules and y'all respected the rules. But y'all be flipping how the rules. Oh well, my brother. You know what I mean? As soon as I hear that, I'm like, oh, you niggas just whatever.
Also released where he's speaking to police, saying, "Hey, hit me up later if y'all want some more info."
Hey, I wonder how Gunna reacted to all this shit. Imagine you Gunna. Boy, I be cheesing from ear to ear. If I'm Gunna, and I'm throwing sublims all my next 5 songs, like
all that. But he says, I am not a snitch. Gunna is the only snitch in this situation. So it really begs the question, what is a snitch? And the answer is, I don't know. Some people think it's when you talk to police. Some people think if you're a civilian, you can talk to police, you're not a snitch. I don't know. I personally believe the situation is less complicated than that. I think people tend to create their own reality when it suits them. Gunna is a snitch because he hurt me. That's what I think Young Thug is really trying to say. In fact, he says to 21 Savage, Gunna broke my heart. His brother can't be a snitch because he didn't want his brother to go to jail. Young Thug can't be a snitch because in his mind, allegedly, maybe, I'm speculating, that he's trying to trick the police and throw them off. He's shaping his own reality into what's a snitch and what's not a snitch. You know what I mean? But regardless, the overwhelming consensus online is Young Thug called Gunna a snitch. Meanwhile, whole time he was speaking to police, Young Thug is a hypocrite.
For sure. That's what I think too. Like, if Young Thug isn't, that's what I think too. I truly believe. I think if Gunna is a snitch, Young Thug is a snitch. Young Thug is a snitch. Does it really matter? It don't really fucking matter. It don't really matter. I'll still be playing Gunna to this day. Yeah, I feel great. I ain't eating no bullshit. I feel great. What? You feel me? Hey, but that's the video though. I'm definitely gonna react to more Young Thug videos, especially the ones with the audio, so we can actually like listen to what he said. Cause I heard some clips. Oh boy, he was being messy. But this was just like a good like overview on what's going on, like basic information that like, you know, if you didn't know what was going on, but I feel like everybody knows what's going on. So I might not even upload this, but we gonna see. But that's it, the Young Thug Situation, you feel me, by XV. It was a cool little video, you feel me? And we're gonna react to a lot more Young Thug coming soon, man. King Simon, I appreciate y'all. Young Thug, he a rat, crazy, gang. Thank y'all for watching, gang.